So we have in Seychelles a lot of teenage pregnancies. We can't have the real number of teenage pregnancy. We will only have the number of teenagers that give birth because abortion is illegal in Seychelles. A few abortions will be approved by a board before 12 weeks, and we go to theater, so we have this little number there, but most of the abortions are done illegally, so we will never find out the real number. But from the above 200 births that we have, 220, 216 last year, most of those girls are not in a relationship anymore. The partner is gone. Sometimes the partner is also a teenager. Often the partner is an older man. They have families helping them, those girls, most of the time, because obviously they're not at school anymore, they're not working yet, they don't have any incomes coming. But a lot of them, even when the partner was there, a few months after, he's gone. He's not there anymore. So they start with this. The problem we have in Seychelles is because the law has a big gap. At 15 years old, you can give consent to have a sexual, like you can say, okay, I want to be sexually active. I agree to have sex with somebody at 15 years old. But the law was saying that before the age of 18, you are not allowed to have a contraceptive method without the parent consent. So there's a 3-year big gap there where they can say, I want to have sex, but they're not accessing contraceptive methods. The only contraceptive method they could accept was condom. And we know that in Seychelles we have a big problem with condoms, where in the culture, men are like, we don't want to use that, we're not feeling it, nous pas feel it on service, il pas goût, da. Comes with it the problem of unwanted pregnancies, of course, and also comes with it the problem of STDs. So we had teenagers last year who tested positive with HIV, for example, because they had unprotected sex. So all of this plays a big role. So most of those girls will be pregnant. What is really sad is because I go to schools and I try to do education, and I also see them on weekly when we have a small group that we try to explain to them stuff. They come with their babies, we teach them. There's a lady helping me, her name is Reza. She helps me a lot with this, what she's organizing most of those groups. And what they tell you, those girls, even when you go to school, is that they can literally explain to you how to do an abortion because they know, but none of them can tell you how to use a contraceptive pill, for example. None of them know because we never really explained to them. They don't really know how it works. They don't have access to it. So I was saying that the other day to education. I said, even if you explain it all to them, but they can't access it, they will never be interested to try to learn about it. Why would I explain something to you that you can't get anyway? Yeah. No, you need to give them access to that freely without their parents' consent. Our job as midwives is to be able to teach them how it works and to encourage them, to inform their parents. But if they don't want to, let them use the contraceptive methods and let them educate themselves better and protect themselves. Because what happens to those girls is that they tell you, my partner doesn't want to use a condom. So the partner doesn't use condoms with them. They are not, most of them are not feeling strong enough. It's not only teenagers, lots of Seychelles women are like this. They're not strong enough to say, look, no, you don't want to wear that condom, I'm not having sex with you. They're like, okay, I'll have sex. And the thing is, when they are pregnant, loads of them will find out late during their pregnancy that they're pregnant, so it's quite advanced. It's too late to go on the medical board, which is 12 weeks. They don't know where to go. They're scared to tell their parents about it, so they end up hiding their pregnancy. I had last year a girl of 16 years old walking in. She stayed with her grandma. She literally walked in labor, and the grandmother was wondering what's wrong with her, and we had to tell her, but she's going to give birth. And the grandmother was like, what? So she's a 16 years old with a 16 years old boy. And it was sad because that grandmother was like, but I raised her, monedically, mon kiokipli, pagachi baba, and I'm like, look, madam, this lady felt like she failed, obviously. These teenagers felt horrible because she didn't talk to the grandmother. The boy didn't say anything to his parents. It was a whole mess. Those situations happens a lot where they hide, they don't know where to go, they don't know because they feel guilty about what they've done. They are embarrassed to talk about it, they feel judged. Our idea would be that if they can access the contraceptive, it will give us a big tool to be able to help them better. It won't solve the problem, for sure. It's not going to be solved like that because they have access to it. But we need to educate the parents. Yeah. Some parents are just, this sujet is very taboo